This is the Inmotion RS Jet, Inmotion's latest drop in the RS series. So now we have the RS and the RS Midnight, the RS Lite, and now the RS Jet. And supposedly this is one of the best scooters for the price range. Inmotion is saying that this is one of the scooters with the best acceleration from the 1500 to the 3400 price range, but we'll test it out later. With the 72 volt, 25 amp hour battery, dual 1200 watt hub motors with a peak power of 2300 watts. So that's 4600 watts of peak power. They claim a 50 miles per hour top speed, 50 miles plus of range, but we'll put that to the test with a 235 pounder on our real ESG test course. Hey, it's your boy Ramier with Electric Scooter Guy. And over the past 5 years, we've been lucky to test and ride over 200 scooters. And today we have the Inmotion RS Jet. In this video, we're gonna go over everything RS Jet. You're not gonna see my face that much. We're gonna hyper focus on the scooter. So we're gonna unbox it, break down the specs, show you what's great, show you the performance, and give you our riding impressions. The price of the Inmotion RS Jet is $22.99. Now, if at that price point, if it can hit the speeds and hit the range that they're saying, this could be one of the best scooters in the planet. It's gonna continue what I'm dubbing 2025 is the best year for electric scooters because we've been seeing banger after banger after banger released. And if you're here for a certain part that's interests you only, look down below, we'll have a chapters list and you can skip right to that. I won't be offended, trust me. Psych, I will be offended because I put a lot of work in this video. But let's start this off with a full unboxing. So right out of the gate, you should feel comfortable about your purchase because it comes with 2 boxes. You'll see with these heavy scooters that most of them come with 1 boxes and that scooter can be damaged upon delivery. So it's good to see 2 and voila, you just pull it off. So installation is quite easy. Put the wires through the hole and then screw on the handlebars and you do that for both sides. You could throw on a fender if you like. And the battery is an 84 volt 2 amp charger that should charge your scooter 0 to full in 9 hours. Headlight. Oh, there we go. I heard something. Bust off. The impressive thing that's going for it right now off the bat is it's a touch screen. So check this out. Boom. It changed everything. So no need to like going into an app. You can change it all the settings from here. So you got your brake force, your acceleration force. You know, you could change the metric system or imperial, standby mode. There's different things. So I think that's pretty cool. And secondly, it has adjustable deck height. So all you do is just take an Allen wrench and you open this compartment right here and you screw it. Boom, 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 boom. And then it raises up and you can see it in real time. And it has a gauge if it's small, medium, or large. And then there's also a compartment in the front, which is a little bit harder to reach. You just need a right angle Allen wrench and you can get it. On the Voro Motors website, they have it rated at 90 pounds, but when I put it on our scale, we got 101.4 pounds. And from the stem to deck height, I got 38 inches. I wish it was a little bit more. And for deck space, you got 20.5 inches. But for usable deck space, if you count the footrest, you can get 26.5. And that's how I ride. Now that we're done with the unboxing, let's step into the specs and features of the Inmotion RS Jet. And it's some good ones, trust me. All right, so now let's talk about the cockpit itself. So there's a touchscreen display on here. Not only is it functional, like if you go down here, you can change everything, 0 start, cruise control. You can change your force when it comes to your acceleration. You can change your brake force. So I have it at 50%, but if you want to turn it up all the way to 100, you can do that as well. This is one of the first actual functioning touchscreens that is actually seeable in all type of sunlighting. I don't know if the camera's picking it up 100%, but in real life, it's very vibrant. You can see everything and it's all right there, everything you need. And then on the right here, we have the power switch, the power on off switch. So when you turn the scooter on, it's gonna be in no riding mode. So then all you do is just hit the power thing or the plus and it'll enter you into a different mode. You have eco mode, drive mode, sports mode, and then X mode. Your X mode is going to get you that top acceleration and keep it fast. Another major change on the RS Jet that's not found on the Midnight or the Lite, and that is the thumb throttle. The thumb throttle is one of the better throttles out there, and the Inmotion RS was amazing. I really liked it, but I couldn't really rock with the twist throttle because sometimes I'll give myself acceleration when I didn't want to. Considering how the rake angle have you kind of leaning back a little bit, I was already in a lean position to where my hands are already like this, so when sometimes I'll give myself unwanted acceleration, but I like the fact that it has a 40 amp hour sine wave controller. With sine wave controller, you can like ease into your acceleration. So if you want to go 2 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour steady. You can do that in X mode, and then when you're ready to pedal it to the metal, you can just thrash it down. Like I remember that back in the day, I think it was called Square Wave maybe, that those controllers, once you hit the throttle, you're full send every single time. And then on the left, we have your light switch right here for the headlight, turn signals for the handlebar. So there's no deck turn signals. And I really wish they would have added that as well. If you hold this function button, it changes the motor mode. So you can do back wheel drive, front wheel drive, and then my personal favorite, of course, dual drive. So that's cool. It has an 11x3-inch tubeless tire, and it's a street tire that we have on here, and I've been taking it off-road, so it can handle some off-roading. They have 2 full hydraulic brakes. The brand name on here is Star Union. So a 160 millimeter rotor, and I think it's about 2.3 millimeters thick. So the lever itself is actually easy to pull. I can fit all 4 of my fingers on here, and it's great. But one thing about it is when you get this out of the box, I don't think it was positioned right. You can actually adjust the brakes. You can tilt them up or you can tilt it down. But for me, I pushed it all the way down because when I'm riding and and they're up, it's hard for me to reach. So I pushed them down so when I'm riding and I want to hit a brake, it's just easy for me to pull my hand out and hit the brake, besides having them up and getting my hand caught. So I do suggest, once you guys get this out the box, that you adjust the brake handle position. So now let's talk about the suspension. It has front and rear hydraulic suspension, and you can adjust the suspension. Personally, I like to declick it all one way, declick it all the way to the left, and then turn it 4 knobs to the right, and that's kind of perfect for me, but I suggest that you guys try it out yourself. Now we're gonna step into the folding mechanism, and to me, this is where the first kind of the scooter comes in, because I'm not the biggest fan, but let me break it down and let's time it. Ready, set, go. Boom. It wasn't the hardest, but you guys also see me stumble a little bit because there's some certain steps that you have to go over. Now let me show you up close. All right, so first, what you wanna do, you don't wanna just lift this up. You have to hit this little lip right here and then lift it up. So I like to just do it with 2 hands, or you can just do it with 1, but it's kind of tricky. So you gotta find your groove. I like to do it this way, where I come up and then I pop it up, and then you pull this up. You see this lever right here? You gotta hold it back and then it falls out. There's no deck to stem latch to keep it in place, so it'll just flop around. But then you have to remember to push this back down, because if you don't, and which I forget a ton of times, I'll leave it up like this, and then when I'm riding in the car, this will come off. I thought this could be better, but it's just something you have to get used to. And once you get it, you know, you use it, you do it a couple times, you'll get used to it, but I still thought it could be better. And to unlatch, you just put it back in, go back down, and then just close it, and it stays snug. So one thing about this, even at high speeds, it doesn't rattle, it doesn't come loose, so I thought that was great. Even if you have a high-end scooter and you get the little wobbles at high speeds, that's a no-no. You wanna keep it steady. When you have a scooter that can go 50 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour, and when you hit those top speeds, and if it's stable, that means it's truly meant to go that fast. Yeah, some scooters can go fast, but some scooters gives you the death wobble, so it's actually not recommended you go fast on that scooter. With the RS Jet, with the throttle response, you can slowly go into it, ease yourself into it. If you want to travel at a constant speed of whatever speed you choose, you can. But if you want to just, have the knowledge to know that you can actually play with the throttle, to, get acceleration, get front wheel spin. As the year progresses, these companies get better and better with their R&D. You can have scooters like the Inmotion RS Jet to where you can hit all the performance numbers, but you'll probably feel safe while doing it. So that's good to see within this scooter. But I will say, one thing I do like about the other Inmotion RS is that the stem is higher. I'll measure it and put the official inches on screen, but I wish this was raised by like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, because my high frame, I have to duck down to see the control panel. So if I stand up straight, you'll see with the camera, I'll pass it. But I need to sit down, crouch, and lay down so you guys can have a good view. But sometimes when I have stems over 42 inches, it's not a problem. And I know that won't be a problem for most people because I am 6'3", so I do understand that most things that are made are not made for the taller people. So, you know, most of you guys will enjoy the stem height, and the rake is great. That's one thing that the Inmotion already had for it, is that the rake angle of it was so nice, and it actually made for more of comfortable riding because you get that natural kind of lean back, so you kind of feel like you need to just, you know, crouch down just a tad bit, but it's like a natural crouch. Yeah, nothing too encroaching. So it feels natural. It's a real natural ride. Like, it's a bump right here. Look, let's see. Boom. With the big tires and the suspension on this, you'll take bumps, other random sticks in the road, easy, no problem. First up, we have acceleration. So with a 72 volt, 25 amp hour battery, dual 1200 watt motors, you can expect some great acceleration with this, and this one performed. At the 0 to 15, we got 2.08 seconds. But Inmotion claims this is one of the fastest 0 to 30 scooters out there within its price range. They're claiming you can get up to 3.4 seconds. I personally got 4.5 seconds because I am a heavier rider. So of course, if you're a lighter rider, I would expect that you guys can hit that. Also, I've been reading the comments. I know you guys want to bring back the leader charts. Now that we're halfway through the year, we tested a number of dual motor B scooters. So here are those comparable scores. The official ESG top speed is 48.5 miles per hour. Not quite the 50 mile spec they gave, but I will say I constantly hit 50 miles per hour in one direction over and over and over. But you know, here at ESG, we average out both directions to give you guys the official ESG number. The official hill climb test numbers are 6.56 seconds for the Inmotion Jet. And that's with tire spin. So if I was able to control it a little bit better, I might have squeaked out a little bit faster time, but 6.56 is just fine. On our hilly ESG range course, the Inmotion RS Jet went 38.1 miles, which is pretty cool. It's not quite 50, but you know, with real road riding and my weight, I thought this was pretty fine. And the scooter stayed powerful throughout. I only felt a steep drop off when I got to 15%. And of course, I retested acceleration and the top speed at 10%. At 10%, the top speed was 28 miles per hour. And I'll put all the acceleration data on the screen now. Pros include one of the fastest in this class, a premium touchscreen LCD, fully adjustable hydraulic suspension, and adjustable deck height. Cons include funky folding mechanism, and the stem height could be taller. So who's it for? If you've been eyeing a B scooter but you didn't want to drop $4,000 to get there, the RS Jet might be the move. A big battery, real suspension, dual motors, full hydraulics, and a touchscreen LCD that is magnificent. But it skips the typical B scooter price tag. This is for riders ready to step up into some serious speed, range, and max comfort. It's not a beginner scooter, but it's a beginner-friendly scooter for the high-end performance class. If you like this video, you might want to check out our best of 2025 electric scooter video. The Inmotion RS Jet just missed that video because I got it after I made it, but its bigger brother, the RS Midnight, is in that one. And also check out our latest video. If you're interested in getting the RS Jet yourself, please use the link in the description. We'll also have a discount code, a special ESG discount code for you, so you guys can save a little bit more money. And that also helps the channel so we can keep making videos like this one. And remember, everybody, stay safe, wear your helmet, and I'll see y'all next time. And I'm out.